Yes, I know it's been a while since I've been on the channel, but that's just what happens when, like, I don't know, life throws buckets and buckets of shit at you and you just don't know what to do than just sit there and sniff the shit and wallow in it. But a lot of shit's been going on and everything like that. I know I promised Eric a reaction or something like that. I got to figure out how to do that without, listen. Let me tell you something about my co-host on the podcast real fast. He's taking me some crazy hillbilly wrestling tournament in the middle of nowhere. So if I am found gagged and bound, anally violated, with a rainbow afro wig on my head and smeared lipstick around me with the word dirty whore written on my back in some kind of feces, and the scent of like heavily cologned like wrestlers on top of me, Eric did this to me. All right, I want you to know now, if I go missing, I don't know how the fuck we're ready to get there. I still got to plan the whole thing. We have to book a motel and everything, and we're getting 2 different rooms because, you know, hillbillies, they try to fuck you when you're sleeping. I saw Deliverance and I wanted that to happen. But let's talk about what really caught my eye today and keeps catching my eye because it keeps coming up in my timeline, and this is going to be a sensitive one because everybody's going to get all pissed off. So if you're a Gen Zer and you're upset about pronouns and shit, you might want to leave now because it's just going to make you mad. I don't really give a fuck anymore. Elliot Page. Elliot Page is a dude, is formerly Ellen Page. Ellen Page was a really bad actress who somehow made it as a snarky little asshole in the movie Juno. I hated that fucking movie. I saw that movie one time because everybody was talking about it, and she was just an irritating little bitch. I don't know why everybody was like so cool. She's like, so, mom and dad, I'm preggers, and you know, wow, I'm just so hip. I'm gonna go sit and smoke a pipe on the front lawn and tell my boyfriend I had sex with once. And they're like, oh, you're just so wacky and eccentric. We just love you. I will whip that little bitch's ass until she was comatose. I get the fuck out of it. What? That wasn't a realistic portrayal of that. And remember, she went to go get an abortion and everything like that in the movie, and she's just like, can I procure a hasty abortion? I remember that sentence because it annoyed me even then. The receptionist should have just reached over and been like, say it again, bitch, without the smart ass, you know, chirpy attitude. We don't need this shit here, all right? There's fucking babies dying in the back, all right? We are sucking out babies with vacuum cleaners, by the way. R.I.P. Roe versus Wade. But hey, at least in there's certain safe haven states like Illinois, where I think the governor will still kick you in the stomach a couple times for $5. I think that's how it goes now. But so you'd still get rid of the baby. Don't worry about it. Plus, there's always the black market for babies. What's wrong with you people? But this whole thing started, and here's what annoys me about Elliot Page. First of all, can we just stop pretending that she is a biological man at this point? Can we just stop? Like, I will call you what you want. Don't get me wrong. I will respect your pronouns and whatever the fuck if you are a friend of mine or somebody important to me. But stop giving accolades to people who really didn't do anything that fucking incredible. I mean, like, wasn't she on, like, Time Person of the Year? I know she's on the cover. Sorry, he is on the cover of Vanity Fair and everything like that. Look, Ellen Page was an annoying girl in the first place. Then she came out, made a big thing. She like called out Chris Pratt, who's another one. I can't stand his ass either. Christian Chris Pratt, who just, you know, I have an interview lately, like something about in Men's Health magazine said something. Now he's upset about people reacting to him, so he sat down and cried. Did you? Okay, Sally, I'm sorry that you cried. What is there to cry about? He's handsome. He's like a billionaire probably at this point. Shut the fuck up. Why do we care if he's crying or not? I'll give you something to cry about. I will pluck your pubic hairs one by one with my bare hands, and you will cry, I promise. Plus, it's a kink of mine. Don't ask. But first off, Ellen Page made this whole thing calling everybody out, and she's one of these like Janine Garofalo and all. They're so political, and they're just like, you know, like, wow, what a bag of fun to hang out with. Like, nobody has ever said about, like, Janine Garofalo, Ellen Page, and all that. I'm not calling, there's people on the right that do that too, and said, you know who we got to call for this party tonight? Janine Garofalo or Ellen Page. They are crazy. No, they are so much fun to hang out with. Nobody's ever said that about him. Nobody's ever said that about Elliot, or nobody's ever said that about Ellen. And so she made this whole thing. She finally came out. She's a brave thing. She came out as somebody who liked to eat vagina once in a while. That was okay. That was fine. She's a lesbian. Like, we didn't know. It does kind of tickle me about all these actors who come out. You know, like, I don't think Jodie Foster came out, but she said something kind of, you know, hinting that she may or may not like to, you know, every once in a while. We know, Jodie, we know. We've all known before you even knew. You know, it's like the whole, like, Tom Cruise, allegedly not really, situation like that. We know. We all know. John Travolta. We know. We don't care. We know. Don't make a big fucking thing out of it when you come out. But here's why it annoyed me. So she had a girlfriend and all this. She comes out, I'm a lesbian, and it's been hard to say. So I'm proud, and I just like to go to Home Depot, and I like to wear flannel and just slurp on vagina everywhere I can, and just be proud of me. We all were. I was proud of her. I love her. Got it. But is it really that big of a deal anymore? Let me just say that. Is it really that big of a deal when you come out anymore? I don't think it's as, depending on where you're at. I'll say, like, if you have a really religious, crazy, like, family and all that, and you're going to go through some shit, or you're going to lose people in your life, then it's a big deal. It's still brave that way. I understand that. I'm not saying you have the easiest life. I get all of that. But if you're an actor in LA, is it really that hard? Is it really that brave and stunning for you to come out? I don't know. I think it's like saying, sometimes I get my chakras aligned and you're from LA. Really? Like, we didn't think you do stupid shit with your money. Okay, fine, whatever. So, but then she was still she at this point, had to take it one step further because she wasn't getting enough attention. I don't know what was going on with her. I don't know. But she was a lesbian first. Remember that? For about a year. And then all of a sudden we had this news flash where she, I think it was still she at that point, is wearing a baseball cap and like a crocodile shirt and just like, making news because she's changed her name to Elliot. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Who cares? Why do we give a shit? Why is this everywhere? Why was this like on magazine covers? Who gives a fuck? There are fucking people like doing heroic things trying to survive in countries where they're not even allowed to vote and stuff like that. There are people like donating their time here. We're worried because this chick cut her titties off. I mean, let's be real. And by the way, I'm just saying, just gonna put it out there, where do we draw the line? What if she fucked up? Hear me out. What if she just had like a psychotic episode, right? She's a lesbian. She had a bad breakup. I don't know. She could be schizo. We don't know like that. And she just had her titties off one day and went, fuck, I kind of needed those to be a lesbian. Damn, because he really liked playing with them. What am I going to do now? I'm a guy. Fuck it. I'm Elliot. There's nothing else I can do. I fucked up. They put her in psych ward for like about a week or 2 weeks. And then she got out, because they can't hold you that long or something like that. She's just like, I got to do something about this. How do we know she's just not a crazy titty hacker? I mean, I'm just asking. We don't know. I don't know the person personally. I don't know. So then, puts on the cap, does all this, and transitioned. I don't know exactly what they did. My guess, and I don't know, is that they had the top half done and the bottom half remains a mystery. No. I say if you're going to come out and be that public about it and be that, look at me about it, I want to see everything. I want to see what they makeshifted into a PP for you. I really want to see that. And I know how this is sounding to everybody. I don't care what you do with your life. I don't care if you're trans. I don't care if you're straight. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're a Satanist. I don't care if you're Christian. As long as you stay away from me. That's all that matters to me. I don't care. But why I think it's particularly annoying with this one person is that it's all they're being known for at this point. So then became Elliot. And I didn't even know Elliot/Ellen was acting anymore, but she was in, when she was a she's in this thing called The Umbrella Academy, which it's one of those weird shows you hear about that I don't know anybody who's watched it. I don't know anybody who knows anything about it, but it keeps getting picked up every year for some reason and nobody knows why. But it's like, okay, it's on season 18 or something. Don't know anybody who's watched it ever, but whatever. So then, they had to make a thing because he was a he now and had to transition his storyline and wasn't that brave and he gets emotional and people have to tiptoe. He was on, I forgot what late night show he was on when he's a he now, Elliot, and gets on there and they have to like be very ginger and gentle with their questions. Why the fuck? You're making a public thing out of it. I will ask you what the fuck I want. I don't give a, why don't we tiptoe around these people's feelings? If I'm truly going to treat you like I treat everybody else, I treat everybody like crap. I'm going to treat you like crap too. I'm going to ask you what's going on down there. Did you get a pee-pee? Because I'm fascinated to how that works. Will it ever work? Because I know it'll never produce sperm or anything like that, but can you actually urinate out of it? Is it still like, what goes? That's the shit I really want to know. Honestly, that's the stuff I want to ask Elliot Page. I really want to know, do you have balls? How do they even make that? Like, tell me, how much did it hurt? Did it suck? So wait. You've got balls now. If you get kicked on them, like, I know you don't really have anything to compare it to, but is it like really bad? Kind of like for us, or like, how is it? What does it look like? Can I see? Does it ever get hard? Does it really? How did they do that? Which, is it like a device or is it like just medication? How do they, science-wise, I'm very curious about that. I just don't want to Google anything about it because then you get those horrible videos. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the video of things being, I don't want to see surgeries. I don't want to see anything like that. If I could avoid those gruesome horror, like Vietnam shots or whatever they put in everything, like, no. But I would want to ask somebody who's actually gone through it. But it's such a question. Elliot is the type of dude, he's a bitch when he was a girl. It's a douchebag when it's a guy. Just a douchey dude. And just like, I don't know, it just irks me that now he's on every cover, like with his shirt open, like he's doing something. I don't know, like, so sexy now. Look at that, I'm a sexy dude now. No, you're not. No, you're not. First of all, I mean, I guess you could pass as like a 12-year-old. I don't know. You don't have much facial hair. I'd work on a little bit of that if I were you, to make you look a little. If I was gonna talk, I'd make him like, you want to be masculine? You want to be, a dude or whatever like that? Let's dude you up a little bit more. I see work that could be done. First of all, let's stop opening the shirt, because we see the big jagged scars and all that. Let's let those heal a little bit, then we'll open it up, all right? Let's do a mustache. Let's do a mustache, or let's do a goatee, because I think Elliot would look really good with a goatee. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but we got to try it out, because this little 12-year-old face, you're like 35 now. That's not really, it's confusing and weird, but yeah, I'm just so sick about hearing about him. I'm so sick of everything like being like, yeah, he's come out his first interview ever. He's finally talking about. Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? And the only reason I'm talking about is I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing about it. And I'm gonna say how I really feel about it. I don't care. It's a guy. It's a guy now. Fine. He's a man. Whatever. Again, people get this big argument when they say like, biologically he's a bit. No. That's not true. That's just not possible. I will respect you to identify as such. But it's, no. You're not, when people, that's just the only part that drives me insane. Like, no, but gender is a constant. No, it's not. No. Yeah, and again, I can prove it. You have never been assaulted. If somebody's assaulted on the street and a cop comes, nobody has ever gone like, so the person that, violently stabbed you 80 times, like, was it a male or female suspect we're looking for? I don't use gender pronouns. I don't know. I don't see gender. It was a they, them. No one will ever say that. No one will ever fucking say that. I don't care how to the left or right or whatever you are with that shit. You will never say that. That's how I know it's a bunch of bullshit. But like I said, support him. God bless him. But at the end of the day, still unlikable. Like me, so I know. Later.